Hi family. Now it is 7th of September, early hours, and it's around, I would say, 1 o'clock-ish, 1:15. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to zoom out. See. It was centre. Hi family. I was going to ask some questions and get them to confirm the answers, but we'll see if it moves a bit more. Change its position. Oh, it is. Now I've got some questions, and to bind the questions up like I have previously. One regarding the targeting, the creature beasts, and then one to do with human civilization. Okay, so I'm going to spend about 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, questions regarding the targeting and the creature beast involved. Okay, previously I stated the names of creature beasts involved, and I stated the child molesters, and I've stated for entity attachments. And that's just it was a drip, tiny amount of the creature beasts that are involved in the targeting program. Okay, we can all confirm now that all of them, literally 9.99.9% of them, have entity attachments, have demons attached to them. Okay, and the reason why I've got demons attached to them is to do with the involvement within the group, and that's from the group. Like the dog ported at number 30, child molester Jamie Hobday, woman in the red coat, another child molester Chanel Canmore, have got entity portals. Plus there'll be other entities, creature beast, that with their links to Freemason and with their use of dark black magic, occult wisdom, they've just opened up a floodgate. Whoever is part of the group links into the group's energy. Once you join the group, and it could be as simple as doing one thing they say. and agreeing to do one thing they say. It makes you part of their group. They don't tell you that at the beginning. But being part of a group makes you more susceptible to have entity attachments, demonic attachments. Attachments, you can't get rid of them, they're just there now forever. Your energy is linked to the group, and the group's energy is linked to your parasitic beings. The parasitic beings are the ones that created demons and such. Look, Eva Akione, if that's the way you pronounce the name correctly, has now got an entity, a demon attached to her. Okay, I think what before I was going to go on about, see the, because there's quite a few child molesters part of this group, they've got no moral compass whatsoever. Okay, people that are involved in the targeting program, targeted others, and the humanity that they may have had has gone. And because police officers and Dudley Council employees be involved, we're giving them free carte blanche to do what they want. And one of the things that they do, they're involved in, is child, infant, and adult rape. And I say they, I mean Patrick Haley, Dave Thompson, the new crime commissioner Simon Foster, local MPs for life in the area. They all know what's going on, and they're aware that films are being made, and it's to do with all of the above what I said previously, like infant, child, and adult rape. Okay, some of the people that are taking part have been filmed, but not the faces. Okay, one of the person that's taking part is that guy, old guy I told you about in the white t-shirt with the dog. You see them with the dog portal. I'll link them together. So he's taking part in child molestation and was being filmed while he's doing it, molesting a child. Okay, family, can I have a clearer response to that? Clear response. It's not just him. Interestingly enough, the dog portal, there's a little girl around her. And James told you about the guy in the white t-shirt, white guy, and he's into 7-year-old girls, brown hair, long brown hair. That's what is a kid's infant child linked to the dog portal at number 30. And that wasn't a child he molested. Thinking about it now though. One of the things about the targeting program is that parents, grandparents, whatever guardians will pimp the children out. They don't have the same revulsion regarding child sexual abuse as the original humans have. Okay, one of the first things the creature beast ever said to me as a headful was to do with child rape and infant rape. That's what I called on my ancestors. Okay, I'm going to go back and name a few of them as sexual deviancy. I'll keep saying is the core of the targeting program. Okay, well, like I said previously last week, I think, or the week before, talked about the creature beast, and that I would name the people involved. That's 3 questions. I think regarding the if they've got entity attachments, we're going to take it as said. And I'll go on film to tell you a bit more about that. And now they just they are linked to the abyss or hell, to a dimension that's not part of Earth, to an energy source that's not part of Earth. Okay, so I'm going to let that one slide because they just are now. There's so many of them and so many of what demons attachments. It's not even funny. There's no learning to be involved in that. Start fucking on another one with demon attached. Okay, so I'm just going to name names. I'm just going to finish it off. I don't know where I went before. I think I've got the main ones. Jamie Hobday, child molester. Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday. Like I said previously, the camp picture that you've got of him in the paper with Dave Thompson, that's about him in a moment, that's not Jamie Hobday. Don't know who that is. That's not the real Jamie Hobday. I suppose if you're going to molest children, you've got to cover your fucking yourself, haven't you? Sorry for swearing, haven't I? Okay. Dave Thompson, the child molester. I was very clear on that one. And he's involved in the targeting program. Simon Foster, the West Midlands Police Crime Commissioner, is he a child molester? Okay, and is he also involved in the targeting program? And the 3 I've just mentioned, they've been involved in targeting me. Personally, they have sort of like hands-on, whatever, targeting myself. Played their part. Okay, the targeting program has been. This is not just happened all of a sudden. This has been planned. It's been planned for many years, 10, 20, 30 years. I'll say around 30, 40 years. Slowly. One of the things will put people in place before it's even began. So about 20 years ago, Mr. Singh, from what used to be Cost Cutters shop, was put in this area, placed in this area to open up a shop. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, is I don't know if he's an undercover police officer. It's not called Cost Cutters anymore, but it's on the corner. But I've shown you a video of where it is and where it works. Mr. Singh, part of the targeting program. And that's a lie high street. Okay, it's Mr. Singh. He tried to do on the court whatever practice on me. So many times I formed myself into a triangle, so me at one end and two of the creature beast, and the other him at one end and the creature beast at the other, trying to get them in line to get into my energy field or something, or practice in the court magic, and it never worked. But he's quite adamant about that. Kept doing that quite a long time, so he's involved. I would say he's a Freemason. And if you saw him, he talks quite softly and quite, bangs his head to one side. He does it, plays his part very well. I've seen it when it flips. And it did have an energetic overlay of some kind of reptilian. But now, all of them, I've got demons attachments as well. So he's got a demon attached. Okay, and in that shop, there's Asian females, quite a few Asian females working in the shop, but one of them is definitely an undercover police officer. Okay, he was also a child molester. Don't you can hear me in my panel? Okay, most of the people involved in everything. Sorry about that, folks. Most of the people that are involved in the targeting program are sexual deviants, one way or another. A lot of them are child molesters. I don't think they're blackmailed into being on this program because of child molesters. I think they go on this program and because they have no moral compass, and because senior police officers are just involved in the program as well, involved in child molestation as well, and senior council members involved in child molestation, they think they're untouchable, so they can do everything. The more depraved they act, it seems anything goes, the better they are. In their group, in their head. And there's another police officer, a female police officer, an undercover police officer. Not only has she got an entity attachment, but she's also a child molester. And if you were to see these females, you wouldn't look at them and think child molester. And that's her point. They like to do something right in front of the person's face. That's part of the targeting program. So they're working as police officers to do one role for the public, okay, and the next turn around do the exact opposite. Simon Foster has set up this group. It's like a sexual health officer guard thing. I don't know what he's fucking doing, but that is a complete reverse of what he's saying. So he's saying to sort of like take serious sex offences that are brought to, especially with women over the age of 55. That's going to be reversed. More women over 55 are going to be sexually abused, sexually attacked in one way or the other, raped, and it be in his hands. He'd be the one that calling the shots, or one of the ones calling the shots about what happens to certain victims, if they become targeted or not. That's his pet peeve, his pet little project. Once you've been targeted, you know the signs, you know what to say is a load of shit, and what they're announcing to the world, and that's what they do, they're just announcing this to the world. But goes up with us like, oh, we're very sorry, but we can't afford funding to support victims of serious sexual offences or vulnerable victims of crime. Flip it, no, we're not going to help victims of serious crime or victims of serious sex offences. No. Okay. Dave Thompson says child molester involved in my targeting, personally involved as well. As with Patrick Haley and Pete Lowe. So Patrick Haley is the current Dudley Council leader. And he's been personally involved in my targeting. Even watch me taking a piss, shit, or go to sleep or whatever these sick fucks do. But yes, actually, when I mean hands on, It's not just dish out orders. It's actually been watching me, spying on me, stalking me, like the beast that they're sticking up for and protecting. So Patrick Haley, been involved in my targeting. Okay, Patrick Haley is also a child molester. Patrick Haley is the leader of Dudley Council. Okay, before he was the leader of Dudley Council, Peter Lowe was the leader of Dudley Council. And he was our local MP for the Light area, Stourbridge. And he was involved in the targeting programme. He was the person involved in targeting me and helping the creaturebeasts, helping the rapist, Paul Burgress, and Sylvia Dogface, whatever her name is. They used to have safeguarding meetings. And safeguarding meetings, that's how twisted this programme is. If you know about safeguarding meetings, it's to support victims of serious crime, and agencies would work with each other to make sure everybody's playing the ball. That's how it's supposed to be. So when I say agencies, so the police, health officials, the council, whoever, okay, who supports that person. Now in my case, they never placed the safeguarding programs in place, but they did with the rapists, or Paul Burgess and Sylvia Dogface. They were giving the policy of, they were safeguarding them, basically. So all the agencies were safeguarding them. So Douglas had the social build team, the local councillor, Pete Lowe, head of Dudley Council at the time, my doctor, Dr. Michael Price, the police at the time, community police, were all, every week we'd have meetings with them and just tell them what's been going on. And I say them, when everybody I've just named, plus them, the rapist, Paul Burgess, who was stalking me at the time, and Sylvia Dogface, his partner. so they would have safeguarding meetings with the perpetrators. Okay, did you get that? Can you hear the beast in the background? Okay. And this is going to be a trait, so it's not just me, be other people that this has happened to, and because it's such a disgusting practice, because the lowest of the low, people wouldn't think that they would go there. Literally, you wouldn't think, but they've gone there and they like it. They like to be complete flip of their role. Okay, so it's complete reversal of what they say and what their role is. And the policy of what's safeguarding is. And who it should support. And that's part of it. That's a really big part of the targeting programme. And that's why you see so many police officers, health officials, doctors, social behavioural teams, anybody that's supposed to be fighting for victims of crime are doing the exact opposite. In my case, it was also Kenneth Rodney and what's his name, Desmond Jadu. Okay, we're going to move on now. And I could start off. So the council leaders are still, and the police officers are still abusing and molesting children. That's their thing. Plus, undercover police officers are giving you two of them there. And there was two more that I spotted. And it's not a case of being blackmailed to be in this programme because they are child molesters. It's because everybody involved in this programme have got no moral compass whatsoever. They can do what they want, carte blanche. So if you know your senior officer is also a child molester and says, well, you can do what you want. You're undercover police officer, you can do what you want. If you've been convicted of stalking or rape, like Paul Burgress does, they let him continue. He could do what he wants. Like I said, there's safeguarding meetings every week. If Paul Burgress gave as much information about me as possible, so everybody knows your family business, the police will tell them, the council will tell them. Because it seems so odd. If I didn't have my family verifying this, I wouldn't say, but because I do, I'm going to say and use it to my advantage. Okay, so enough people are going to say the same thing, but they won't have this backup, and this is just to reassure people that it's happening to you. You're not the only one it's not happening to, and they do this to gaslight you as well. As with Miss Burgress. I'm going to go back and look at the listen to the audio got with her. She was involved with them, meeting with them, safeguarding meetings. Okay, this is so fucked up, it's not even funny. These creatures are fucking rancid. Absolutely fucking rancid. I've not even told you half of it yet. I haven't got my family confirmed half of what they've done. But it's only 30 minutes, I think I'll stop there. Just before I go, I'm going to confirm, that's my family's confirmed 3 more people. So Desmond Jadu, supposed to be a race activist and a pastor. Okay, is he a child molester? I'm getting a no. Okay. Is Jadu or was Desmond Jadu part of the targeted programme? He is part of the targeting programme. Oh, I fucking said it. Is Desmond Jadu, part of the targeting programme? Is Desmond Jadu 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 part of is working with the police. He works with the police, I should say. Okay. We've got that is Kenneth Rodney, a child molester. So there's yes. I've never met him by the way. Just had this shitty fucking emails from him. And there's Kenneth Rodney, part of the targeting programme. I think that's yes. Okay. Is Schnell Wilson a child molester? Schnell Campbell should say a child molester. I think that's the yes votes or what? Okay. Is Schnell Campbell a part of the targeting programme? Okay, I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, I'm going to come back to expand on what I've said on this. So thank you, family. Thank you. Okay, bye, folks.